All right. What is up, everybody? 360 in the house. And this has been a long time in coming, but we are here today with literally the one and only, the great Imran Ali,
Oh,
who is one of the directors of Save Planet Earth, or SPE is the token. And we did a lot of educational content material for them during the last cycle. And now we're getting some significant and ever-present updates on what has been happening with the great Imran Ali. This is like a world traveler. This guy is always on the road. And so it's time to catch up with Imran. Thank you so much for joining us today, man. We really, really
thank
appreciate
you.
you coming out here. I know you have a wealth of information for us in regards to what has been going on in the world of Save Planet Earth. So thank you for joining us, Imran. It's a delight to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. And I really appreciate it. It's been a while since we last spoke, and I'm looking forward to our conversation. And the traveling aspect, I do offset my carbon footprint. So I just thought I'll throw that in there.
Well, you can see I'm drinking from a glass.
Fantastic, fantastic. No plastic, no plastic. That's
Yeah, I'm
brilliant.
keeping my carbon footprint down as well. So funny.
Brilliant.
I
I
love
love
it.
to hear that.
I love it.
It's
So,
brilliant, brilliant.
what's happened since the last time we spoke? It's been what? How long? A couple years almost?
Couple of years, yeah. It's been about 2 years since last time we spoke, and SPE, Save Planet Earth, has made significant progress in advancing the carbon markets in terms of transparency, scientific rigor, and also credibility. We've actually developed our own methodology for carbon credits, namely the Planetary Carbon Standard. And over the past few years, there's been some issues faced in the existing carbon market, such as the greenwashing, where some players, and I won't mention any names, they've overstated environmental impact of their projects without proper validation. And this has led to a decline in trust within the voluntary carbon market. And it's increased scrutiny over the quality of the carbon credits that were being sold. So at PCS, which is a brainchild of Save Planet Earth, we have worked
Wow.
to eliminate these issues. So we've implemented strict methodologies, and the methodologies were created by a team of experts working at the United Nations, ISO, and other international accreditation forum bodies. And we're using cutting edge technology to ensure that every carbon credit that's issued is backed by scientific based data and is absolutely verifiable. We have a PCS registry and the SP marketplace, which are designed to prevent the fraud, the double counting, speculation, and ensuring that the buyers of the carbon credits receive high quality carbon credits with full traceability. So one of the major achievements that we've had is the issuance of 1.7 million carbon credits from a Brazilian Amazon rainforest,
Wow.
which are now being actively sold on the SPE marketplace. And this project is, a testament to our commitment to scientific accuracy, and all credits are generated using algorithms and AI-driven satellite imagery with ground truth data as well, and strict adherence to additionality and permanence principles, which are the core carbon principles under international frameworks. And third-party verification has also been done, which is done by the Ministry of Environment in Sri Lanka under ISO 17029 and other IAF frameworks as well. And right now, we've just been focusing on resolving the challenges plaguing the carbon markets using these methodologies and blockchain backed PCS registry as well. So we can look at each carbon credit from genesis all the way to retirement. We can look at the ownership. We can have a look at the history of the carbon credit. So this, completely changes the game for carbon credit. So full transparency, ownership, auditability, everything is there. And also, we're trying to take it one step further by creating a digital metaverse to eliminate another issue, which are the phantom projects, where people are claiming carbon credits from trees and forests that are not even there. So we're trying to use a digital representation using IoT devices, drones, satellite technology
Yeah. Wow.
to create that 3D world of, or should I say, carbon world. So that's what we are trying to do as well. So you can see there's been quite a lot that happened
Yeah, and
already. So
I love that title, PCS, Planetary Carbon Standard Developments. And
yes,
you're using technologies that are cutting edge. I heard you talk about artificial
yeah,
intelligence. You're
yes,
on the cutting edge of science. And you mentioned 1.7 million carbon credits from a project
yes,
already, which are already being sold on your very own marketplace. So
yes,
this is like industry leading stuff that you're talking about. Can you
yeah.
elaborate a little bit on how PCS
Yeah.
has evolved into a fully fledged methodology for carbon projects and how it's different?
Uh, yeah, sure, yeah. So PCS is now an independent methodology for carbon credit projects. It covers a range of nature-based projects such as afforestation, reforestation, VED+, carbon from mangroves, and also renewable energy solutions such as solar, wind, hydro, dendro, biomass. And we've actually developed tools, especially an AI-driven stratification which selects the random plots for carbon assessment, whilst it incorporates equations grounded in real world field data as well. So this enhances the accuracy of the carbon credit calculations by ensuring that the carbon sequestration estimations are not only precise but also scalable as well. Um, we're also using satellite monitoring to assess multiple risk factors, including wildfire threats, soil moisture levels, and vegetation health as well. So we use the NVVI spectrum. And you can see all of this on the Planetary Carbon Standard website as well. You can go into the Brazilian rainforest on the registry, and you can see how our satellite technology is looking at the data in real time. And it gives alerts in case there's a wildfire or in case there's low moisture in the soil or there's some pathogen issues with the leaves because we look at the colors as well. That's the NVVI. So we analyze multispectral satellite imagery. Also, we can detect illegal logging, urbanization, and urban encroachment, and also other climate-related threats such as floods, droughts. And with these capabilities, we can now quantify permanent additionality of carbon credits with greater confidence than ever before. And to prevent the double counting and the fraud aspects, we've built the PCF registries on the blockchain with API integrations that allow carbon credits to be tracked and retired in a fully transparent manner. And the registry is directly connected to the marketplace as well, where carbon credits can be sold to corporations and individuals who are looking for verifiable offsets. So please have a look at the website, Planetary Carbon Standard, and please all these bells and whistles that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. We'll include
yeah,
all the links under this
brilliant.
YouTube video as well for everybody so they can actually take a look at this. Because, I mean, this is like cutting edge military technology. You guys are talking about the satellite
No,
monitoring, the artificial
yeah,
intelligence, and the way that you guys are to get this cutting edge information and
yeah,
and then provide it for pretty much anyone who's looking
yeah,
to offset their carbon footprint. And if I remember
yes,
correctly, I know that besides all of this that you're doing globally, because this is a global project, that you
yeah,
guys had already even had your own plantations and plant and
yeah.
forests going up. Just briefly, how is that going?
Yeah, we've got a plantation, 52-acre site in Sri Lanka, in the hillside area. So there's over 200,000 trees that were planted. And that was mainly for the UN SDGs, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and community benefits. So it was a program that we did for the local community. So now they are reaping those benefits,
Wow.
so to speak. There's already harvest done of chilies, of various other produce, which they are selling in the local markets. And there's about 30 jobs that are being created. So that's going really well. and we've actually handed it over to the local community.
Wow.
And when it's time to establish the carbon credits from that, we will go in with our technology and we will quantify those carbon credits. Again, in Pakistan, uh, we um, we handed over a nursery to the local governing authority, the local council, which is producing 3 million saplings per year. So
Wow.
these saplings are now being given to tree planting NGOs to put on the hillsides of the hills and the mountains to eliminate soil erosion
Yeah.
and to stop rocks and debris from falling from the from the hillside. And also, we are working in conjunction with universities and other NGOs there as well. So that's going on, and there's been quite a few other projects that are in the pipeline as well,
Yeah.
which I'll discuss a bit later on. But yeah, a lot has happened. A lot has
It's
happened.
it's amazing to me the effect that those little projects have had because we're talking
Yeah,
about, I mean, multifaceted approach,
yeah,
stopping the erosion of the landscape. It benefits the economy. It's sustainable
yes,
wildlife. It helps their
yes,
carbon emissions. Like it's so
yeah,
incredible. And I love now that you're getting to see those areas are getting to see the fruits
yeah,
of those labors. So I love that how
yes,
those projects have come out because I remember when we talked last, those were just getting started. They were new initiatives.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I love that those have been so successful, man. Congratulations
Oh, thank
on
you.
what you guys have done in multiple areas, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and everywhere else. But let's talk real quick because I know everybody wants to know what role does your SPE token, your cryptocurrency, play in this
Yeah,
ecosystem? This fantastic because this is amazing. It's global. Everybody can
yeah,
use it. It's not like it's something only a few countries need. Like everybody can use this.
yeah.
What kind of a role do you see SPE token playing in this ecosystem?
So the SP token is now deeply integrated in the carbon credit ecosystem. So every transaction on the marketplace requires a fee, which is paid using the SPE token. And this ensures that there's a real use case for SPE
Yeah,
within the carbon economy rather than just being a speculative asset. So we've embedded the token into the transaction model. So we're just not adding value to the token, but we're also creating a financial mechanism for the carbon credits.
yeah,
Also, the SP token will, undergo staking as well, which is under development right now. So
yeah,
individuals who hold SPE can benefit from passive earnings by locking the tokens for a period of time. And as our marketplace grows and more companies and individuals purchase carbon credits, so then the demand for SP will also increase, which strengthens the overall economic model. And we also have invest in climate action projects. So we have tokenized projects. And right now we have two projects on the SP marketplace. One is a 100 kilowatt solar rooftop project, and another one is a 10-acre multi-layer tree planting project as well. So they are tokenized. Again, SPE is part of that whole ecosystem as well.
yeah. That's amazing. So your token is not just a token; it's utility.
Yeah.
It's transactable, and you've
Yes.
already built out the marketplace for it, and it's already being
Yeah.
used because we talked about the rainforest in Brazil and how they're already using
Yes.
your marketplace that you developed from it. So these are
Yeah.
incredible things, and because now you have this PCS, this planetary carbon system that you guys have developed that's cutting edge. If a
Yeah.
project developer has a project and they want to generate
Yeah.
credits from it, what do they need to do?
Yeah. So the process has been designed to be simplified because the previous processes were rather complicated, which gave birth to various different issues. And we're trying to keep things very simple, transparent, and aligning it with the highest international standards and science-backed data and peer-reviewed research papers. So we are very flexible in that sense. So the first step for the project developer is to log on to the PCS portal on the website. So we have a section on the website for developers, which they can click on. And then here they will be able to select the type of project, whether it's a reforestation initiative, a renewable energy project, soil carbon sequestration, or other eligible carbon credit generating activities. So the developer will then be guided through uploading all the relevant details. There are plenty of tool tips on the portal as well if they get stuck. And we ensure that all compliance with the carbon core principles or the core carbon principles, CCPs, and ISO environmental standards are met. So to make the process user friendly, we do provide all the full step-by-step guidelines, and we outline exactly which information needs to be submitted. And then we have AI-powered satellite tools which
Wow.
assist in baseline assessments as well. So the project developers, they can upload a KML file and a species list Excel spreadsheet. And we have templates for those as well. So they can download, fill them in, upload them, and then it does automated quantification. So this ensures that the carbon sequestration potential is accurately measured, which is based on the scientific methodology that we have. So once all of this high quality data is uploaded, the project undergoes a third party verification and validation process. So the project is assigned to a VVB
Yeah.
that specializes in carbon credit methodologies, including our PCS methodology as well. So the VVB conducts a thorough assessment, ensuring that the project meets all the additionality, the permanence, leakage criteria, which is required before the carbon credits are issued. So after successful validation verification reports, the VVB issues the carbon credit numbers for the project. So these credits are then officially placed on the PCS registry. So there's a certificate for that as well.
Wow.
So when they are placed, all the data of the project is listed with the satellite imagery of almost real-time monitoring. And so these are all securely registered on the blockchain as well. So you have the Genesis NFT with the number of carbon credits, for example, the 1.7 million carbon credits. So this ensures transparency and prevents all double counting. So now the carbon credits are issued. So the project owner now has the flexibility to either trade the carbon credits independently or sell these through the SPE marketplace. So this is the process that we've streamlined to ensure that developers can easily access the markets, the carbon markets, and maintain the highest standards of credibility and compliance as well.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a one-stop shop. Like everything you're providing, everything, all the tools are there, and I love that.
Yes.
I love that it's not just that. Like you guys are using cutting edge science, cutting edge, like artificial intelligence powered satellites. Like you guys are literally on the pinnacle at the forefront. You're not lagging. Like your industry is not lagging. You are literally on the cutting edge. And the other thing that I like that you talked about, and for me, this is like huge, is the fact that you are using third-party validation, third-party testing.
Yes.
That's incredible. And then I love the autonomy of giving that project owner the ability to decide what they want to do with those credits, whether they want to independently work them or whether they want to use your SPE marketplace, which is already there, provided for them.
Yes.
I mean, these are like the fact that it's all in one package, like for me, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But knowing that, what type of projects can be registered under PCS?
There's a wide range of carbon credit generated projects that we support. For example, the nature-based solutions, which are forestry and land use projects, such as afforestation, reforestation, RED Plus, which is conservation, sustainable land management. Also, we have agroforestry as well, renewable energy projects, such as solar, hydro, wind, bioenergy, waste to energy solutions, whether it's incineration, whether it's gasification, dendro, also soil regenerative, such as biochar, soil sequestration projects. which are really important right now, to bring the nutrients back into the soil. Also, plastic and waste management credits, methane capture, averting landfill, waste diversion initiatives. And not only that, we're constantly developing new methodologies such as blue carbon, marine-based carbon projects as well, and industrial decarbonization projects, for example, district heating projects from sustainable gas boilers and leak detection as well. So we're looking at those. And you know, if the project developer has the project which falls under these categories, they can, of course, log into the PCS portal, submit the details, and start the verification process immediately. And if there's something that's not on the list, they can talk to us. We have a plethora of experts on board,
Yeah.
and we can always design, latest methodology with, peer-reviewed papers, scientifically backed, and so we can also do that as well. So.
Yeah. So even if they're outside of the ones, because I mean, this is a pretty broad list. I mean, this
Yeah.
pretty all-encompassing list, but even if someone is outside this list, they can still submit to you and receive feedback on
Yes.
how to move forward into your system. Okay. That's really
Yes.
good to know. So there was a mention of a metaverse, and of course that, piques ears, especially in the crypto world, or digital representation of carbon projects. Could you discuss how PCS is leveraging the metaverse for this?
Yeah, so to increase the transparency of the carbon credit projects, we have integrated our projects into a 3D virtual environment. So in our metaverse initiative, each carbon project will be visually represented will be represented as a digital representation. So which is scientifically accurate 3D model of the land,
Wow.
displaying the carbon analytics and also the biomass estimates as well. So each tree in our metaverse is a precise replica of an actual tree on the land with above ground biomass and below ground biomass calculations embedded. And also species identification, trunk dimensions, so DBH, diameter of breast height, foliage, fruit bearing capabilities. And this data is calibrated with the satellite imagery that I was discussing earlier, and also ground truth data as well, collected from the project sites. And we've already rendered the Amazon rainforest into the metaverse, into this 3D world. And we will showcase that on the new PCS website, which we are in the process of upgrading as well. And beyond the visual representation, we're also integrating educational tools to raise awareness about UN SDGs, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which are very, very important, and for the community especially. And also there will be interactive elements for corporate buyers.
Yeah.
And also we will be putting the marketplace, SPE marketplace, in the metaverse as well, where carbon offset buyers can explore different projects in the virtual world and directly purchase carbon credit from the specific plots that will be in the metaverse as well. So future innovations, we are looking at gamification, such as treasure hunts, where SPE tokens can be used to enter. Also, we are looking at third-party project integration as well to allow others for their sustainability initiatives to list their assets in our 3D world as well. Because the more the merrier.
Yeah, for
We want to
sure.
create something to have everyone benefit from that as well. Also, there will be timelines in there and predictive simulations. So we can fast forward 10 years, 20 years to show how the impact on biodiversity and what will be the climate aspects in 10 years time and 20 years time. So these are all backed by scientific models. So we make sure that everything is scientific, researched properly, and by peer-reviewed research and machine learning algorithms to analyze these impacts in the metaverse. So that's what we're planning.
Yeah, this whole thing sounds so Star Warsy, because except
Mhm.
instead of using these models, for battle, these are being used for the benefit of our ecosystem. And I love this because it can be very hard, especially for a project manager, to speak what they're doing. Whereas when they can literally show the model, I
Exactly.
mean,
Exactly.
you're right. Like that type of presentation is literally unbeatable. And then again, it opens up this other whole other arena and world for you guys with gamification, project
Yes.
integration with third parties. And then the other thing I like that you said is gives you the ability to use in prediction models. Because I
Yeah.
know they use that in the military as well. You know, they're able to formulate these models, and then instead of actually using real troops that can do it through these models. And so I love that you guys have that because it does let them, you know, look at their projects and determine what kind of things or maneuvers they need based on different
Yeah.
environmental factors in the future that haven't happened. So that to me is brilliant. And that is like technology that's, I mean, it was unheard of before we had, you know, blockchain. So this is pretty impressive. What new partnerships? Because I know it's been a few years, so I know you probably have a bunch. What new partnerships and expansions has PCS undertaken?
We have secured multiple partnerships, strategic partnerships. There is a US finance house based in Texas, actually, where you're from, which brings institutional investment expertise and
Yes.
connections with UN diplomats. So this will accelerate our ability to expand PCS on a global scale. With this partnership, we are also opening up franchise offices in various places around the world, Washington, New York as well. Also DRC, which is Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, South Africa, Morocco, and Kazakhstan. And with Kazakhstan, we are collaborating with Minister of Ecology to develop large-scale tree planting projects. And this will allow us to work directly with the government to establish a national carbon credit framework, and we will assist them in compliance and international standards as well. So PCS will play a key role in helping these countries to create inventories of the carbon credits and also a registry of the carbon credits from the nature-based solutions and also the renewable energy project as well.
See, I knew you'd been busy. I knew you'd been busy. And your presence in the
Yes.
US is getting much larger. I love that. We got
Yeah.
Washington, New York,
Yeah.
Texas. So we're gonna have to hang out, man. I mean, if you're gonna,
Of
you've
course.
always been all over the world. You know, I know you rarely get
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the US, but I love that. I
I
love
love
that you
to.
guys
Yeah.
you truly are global. I mean, your presence is global.
Yeah.
So I look forward
Yeah.
to seeing your offices here in the United States for sure. But so how has the carbon market been performing lately? And then what do you give us a little example of what you foresee being the trend within the next few years?
So the market has been relatively slow. I mentioned a few things earlier due to some unscrupulous players in the market. So it's been pretty slow in recent months, actually last couple of years, to be honest. But we do anticipate a strong rebound as more companies have committed to carbon neutrality and net zero targets. So many corporations are now aligning their sustainability goals with ESG strategies, environmental, social, and governance strategies, and also seeking validation through SBTIs, which are the science-based target initiative. So this shift will drive a greater demand for high-integrity carbon credits, particularly those that meet the core carbon principles and the ISO environmental standards. But despite the market slowdown, we have still continued to secure significant sales contracts. So we finalized two major sales agreements. One is for 1.35 million carbon credits,
Wow.
which have been agreed to be sold to an environmental solutions company who will use them for both compliance and voluntary market purposes. And also another 400,000 carbon credits to a Hong Kong-based exchange where they will be traded, amongst institutional and corporate buyers as well. And we are working with various brokers, and we are getting inquiries from so many different brokers for different types of carbon credits as well. So they aim to sell the PCS carbon credits within the networks And this broker-driven strategy, will help us to expand our market reach whilst also maintaining high standards of transparency and credibility in all the transactions. So in our marketplace, there is a broker login as well.
Yeah.
So the broker will log in and and utilize the panel to purchase, transfer, retire carbon credits, and all of that is logged with hashes on the blockchain as well. So we do expect the carbon credit market to see a higher demand, and so I suppose we will be positioned as a leader in this space.
Yeah, absolutely. And even with the slowdown, like it looks like you've gotten quite a bit of interest from Asian markets. You mentioned
Yes.
Japan with 1.35 million, and then even Hong Kong with 400,000 credits. So it's not like it stopped. I think it slowed. I think as we see, the economy's rates, interest rates come down, businesses start to reach out and do other things. I can see that. But I love that you mentioned looking to the broker model to expand your reach and to get the word out
Yes.
because you literally that's really what's needed, especially because you're already positioned with all of the tech, all the whole model is there, like everything is ready to go. It's not like it's a lot of these things were in development, like you're there, like it's there. People can start now. So one final question. I think this is the last question that remains. What's next?
What's next for us? Expansion, innovation. We are looking to increase our invest in climate action tokenized projects. I'm just speaking to a few companies who have EV electrical vehicle battery swaps, and they want to tokenize those. Ecotourism projects, protection of human-animal conflicts, such as elephants and snow leopards. So just last year in Sri Lanka, there were around 35 to 40 elephants that died by the human-animal conflict, such as cars running them over, trains. So to recreate the elephant corridors and to increase the biodiversity aspect. So that will also be put onto our tokenization and our invest in climate action, which allows the users to benefit from revenue sharing models as well. So, for example, the two projects that we have right now, the rooftop solar and the 10-acre tree plantation project, revenues from carbon credits, from feed-in tariff, from the electricity company, the central electricity company, and also cash crops as well. So these all include UN SDGs. So that's one aspect that we want to expand on. Also, Brazilian expansion as well. So we are testing another 20,000 hectares of land in Argentina, Chile, Brazil, Guyana, and a few other countries. So we're working with them to look at the additionality and permanent studies. And this will generate a lot more carbon credits, about 20 times more carbon credits than our current pipeline. Other projects in South Africa, Uganda, DRC. So we're working with the president of Uganda at the moment to set up a national registry and a few of the things. We have got NDA signed for some things that I can mention right now and things I can mention later. Also, I think I mentioned earlier about the new methodology for carbon credits.
Yeah.
So the team is developing, further methodologies to make sure that the credits will be scientifically backed as well. And we are also working on brand new types of carbon credits.
Yeah.
Or renewable energy certificates, or certificates in general for circular economy and recovered materials from end-of-life solar panels and end-of-life batteries, which will typically go into a landfill site where toxins will leach out and it'll affect the water table. So we work with Solar Full Cycle on that aspect. And these are brand new asset classes, which can also be traded as well to heavy polluters. On top of that, we're trying to cement our credibility by obtaining ISO 14,000 certification. So we're working towards that. And then another big one is we're trying to get listing on the US stock exchange
Yes. Wow.
for PCS.
Yeah.
So that's a huge one. So right now we're in discussions with the financial institution to facilitate this. So yeah, so this will ensure institutional investment and liquidity as well, and get us to the sort of next level. Further applications of SPE token, so we're trying to enhance that as well, including the staking aspect. So right now we are at the forefront of innovation in the carbon market, but our goal is to create a global ecosystem of high integrity carbon credits. And it's all about transparency and real world community impact, such as the UN SDGs. And so this is what we are trying to achieve and trying to build. And yes, we've made a great start so far.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
this roadmap is incredible because I remember our roadmap 2 years ago, and you were just
Yeah.
developing all of these things that are done. Like these things aren't just done.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
being used. We talked about
Yeah.
Brazil and what the amount of
Yeah.
carbon credits that they're using and using the marketplace and all of this stuff. Like this is significantly like this is some progress. This is some insane progress. And I want to speak to something else. It's funny because it's always the quieter projects that are
Mm.
doing the real work, and crypto Twitter's, especially when it comes to the world of cryptocurrency, it's usually the loudest FOMO projects that aren't really doing a whole lot. And, there's other
Yeah.
ones like significant, like Tailcoin is another one who they're not very loud and noisy, but the things they've accomplished are incredible.
Yeah.
And you guys are in that same basket for me. You guys are doing the work. Like this is significant. This is not tiny. These are not
Yes.
tiny little digital nothing burger projects. These are global projects that have utility that affect the way we live, the way we breathe. I mean, they're so significant. And this new roadmap that you have right here on what's next is a demonstration of your future and the things that you guys are accomplishing. And I'm thrilled that we got a chance to do this today. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I know you're busy. I know you're
Thank
traveling,
you.
but man, thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to do this again. Please feel free to reach
Yeah.
out and keep us posted. But
Thank you.
thank you so much for honoring us and
Thank you.
for
Really.
joining us,
Yeah.
Imran.
Really appreciate that. Thank you very much for your time. And it's always a pleasure. And hopefully we set up that office in Texas so I can see you more often as well. So fantastic. So thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Absolutely, brother. Have a good one.
Take care. All the best. Bye bye.